I'd like to thank you for joining us this week as we're going to be putting some miles on the Ford F-250 SuperDuty. Now this is the 3/4 ton truck from Ford. We've got a crew cab and we've got the FX4 package. Up front on our F-250 XLT, we're going to see we've got a nice set of fog lights as well as some large headlights that feed off the 2-bar grille. We've also got a set of tow hooks here as part of the FX4 package. And Ford's built in a nice little step plate here to get up into the engine compartment of the F-250 because it is kind of tall. And once we get up here, it's easy to see the heavy-duty cooling systems that we've got in place, not only for the radiator, but for the transmission and oil coolers. Now looking around, we're going to see that we've got the 6.2-liter V8 engine that produces 385 horsepower as well as 405 pound-feet of torque. Now this is all done on gasoline. If you're looking for a diesel, there is a 6.7 turbo diesel that's available. Both of these engines happen to feed back through a 6-speed automatic transmission, with our review vehicle ending up in a 373 gear on the rear end. Coming around the interior of our F-250, we're going to see that we've got a large setup here. It's got a nice armrest here. We've got a large door pull. All the buttons and knobs are large, so if you got on a pair of gloves or something, if you're working or if it's cold, you got gloves on, real easy to use and to get a grip on things. Now up in the gauge package, we're going to see where we've got our gauges that we need to keep track of what's going on with the vehicle. We've got the large speedometer and the tach, of course, but we've also got the smaller gauges that are going to give us the oil temperature and the transmission temperature. Now we've got a digital support screen right in the middle of all this. And what it's going to do is provide us with all the settings that the driver may want to set up for their particular trip or what they want to know. Now this is all controlled from right here on the steering wheel, where we've got our cruise control set here as well. Now on the other side of the steering wheel, we're going to find the buttons for our media setup so that you don't really have to take your hands off the steering wheel to adjust things. Also got our phone hookup here. Now our tow and haul mode settings and our manual shift points are all set right here on this lever. Again, easy to reach for the driver. Now coming on down over here, we're going to find our controls, our shift on the fly from the 2-high, 4-high four-wheel drive for the FX4 package. And then coming over to the center stack. Now this vehicle isn't equipped with the nav package, but we do have the DVD player, MP3 player availability. We've also got the AM, FM, and we've got satellite. So we've got a lot of choices here on the audio. We're coming on down, we're going to get our controls here, our manual controls for our AC. And then we're going to come on down and find our brake controls. Now we're also got a set of switches here. Now this is designed for upfitting. If you're going to take this to an upfitter and you're going to have it customized, these are some switches that Ford puts in here to make that a little easier. Got a nice storage compartment here, easy to throw a phone into as we charge it off of our USB port. Again, another 12-volt power supply right here. We've got some really nice cup holders here, or drink holders here in the middle. They actually do come out if you need something a little bit larger for the Super Gulp. And we've got a compartment here on the side, very convenient to put papers in, maybe a notebook, if you're out on a job or something. And then coming on back, we've got our soft touch here, our armrest, got some large stitching in it. And this opens up for our deep storage. Again, a 12-volt power supply. We've got a removable tray for small items to keep them from bouncing around the cab. And we've got some deep storage here that you can put a laptop in, maybe even a pad. Now coming up here on the top, we're also going to see we've got some very convenient pieces here for storing pens, pencils, cell phones. A lot of those small things that kind of end up rolling around in the cab area that you just really want out of the way. Now coming on around the SuperDuty interior, we're going to see we've got a nice large glove box storage here. We can see the storage in the door panel again, and we can see our seats. Now these are cloth material, but they've got some really nice textured inserts here that carries on over into the back seat as well. Now in the rear passenger area of our F-250 XLT, we're going to see we've got some soft storage here behind the seat. And on the back of the front console, we've got another power supply here, as well as 12-volt and our air conditioning ducts, as well as a little bit of storage. Now again, our seats are cloth, nice inserts. We've got a fold-down armrest right here in the middle of the 60/40 seats. Provides us with some more drink holders and a place to put some more things. Now these seats do fold down. This is a 60-40 arrangement. Got a lever right here on the side, and the seat will fold over. Now if that's not exactly the configuration you're looking for, pop it back up. Let me get this out of the way for the 60 part. And the base of it will fold up as well. Now on this side of it, we've got some storage, a dry storage compartment here that also has a lock. So you can actually lock this base down if you got something you want to secure in here. We got a 12-volt power supply right here. But put something in here and lock this seat down, and it's out of sight, out of mind, and it makes it a little harder to get to. As the rolling heights of these trucks gets taller and taller, makes it a little tougher to get in. And Ford was the first ones to recognize this fact, and they built this nice handle system that's built in. It's been out for a couple of years. So basically you release it and you pull the handle up. Gives you a nice solid grip there. Then you've got a pull-out piece here on the tailgate that comes out, drops down, and creates nice solid footing there. So it makes it a lot easier to step up into the bed, grab the handle for security, and voila. Getting out's even easier. Simply step down with the handle in place to keep your balance, and you're good to go. We'd like to thank you again for joining us this week as we've been putting some miles on the 2015 Ford F-250 SuperDuty. Now the XLT we're driving is equipped with the FX4 off-road package. So we've got 4-wheel drive, we've got some really nice 18-inch aluminum wheels, and we've got V8 power under the hood. Now with passenger seating for 5 on the interior, a 6-speed automatic, this vehicle is ready to tow or haul your load. So if you get a chance to drive one of these nice vehicles, we highly recommend it. Thank you again for joining us. This is Michael Mars.